Hello, I'm Adeline Tam from the Center for the Promotion of Knowledge and Language Learning, University Malaysia, Sabah. I'd like to present a topic. The title of this topic is Online Consumption Behavior During COVID-19 Pandemic in Malaysia, the Important Facts and Figures. This is a research done with my three other colleagues from UMS, Dr. Chiu, from Assumption University, Dr. Zhu, and Dr. Sosianto from University of Auckland. This consumption study is based on what we have done in the past last year. Okay, the content of the presentation included introduction, literature review, methodology findings, discussions, and conclusion. In this study, okay, we have done it to this study during the COVID-19 pandemic outbreak. In Malaysia, the Malaysian government imposed MCO from 18 March to 3rd of May. This is the first MCO conducted in Malaysia. During this first MCO, all the Malaysian residents are required to stay at home. Okay, there are tightened mobility that affect all the consumers, all the small and medium enterprise, and as well as the economy. And the consumers are stressed. Okay, especially they are looking for new marketplace for uh, the purchase of products, especially essential products. So they are looking for online platform, and we will see how are the changes in online consumption during this particular MCO period, Malaysia. So as an introduction, this study intended to investigate the changes in the consumption behavior among Malaysian consumers during the COVID-19 pandemic and propose a theoretical model to study the consumption changes. However, this is the first paper we prepare under the study. So this paper with the target, the aim to present the information on the acceptance of online purchase for food and home essential products and the usage of online platform in e-wallet and the most influential social media among the Malaysian consumers. We are trying to present all the facts and figures we collected during this period MCO. So some literature review for this study. So we found that, or past studies found that shopping is used to deal with stress of pandemic, okay, by Arafat and other researchers. And online shopping also increased in many countries, included Japan, included New Zealand, China, Brazil, Turkey, South Africa, Switzerland, and Germany. And so this paper also with the target to check whether the online purchase in Malaysia also increased within this important period, this pandemic period. In view of the fear of the virus transmission via cash, okay, we also see that there are many people turn to use non-cash method to do their consumption. So we want to see whether the e-wallet, the non-cash methods such as the credit card are becoming more and more popular in Malaysia. We are looking at the facts and figures about that. Okay, so what are the research questions we are trying to look at in this paper is first, what was the changes in online shopping during MCO and post-MCO period? Second, which online platform and payment method will favor for online shopping? And third, what was the main source of information that influenced the online shopping behavior? So the methodology we use is we are trying to study individual consumption, individual consumers as the research unit. Who are these individual consumers? Who are the person who can make household purchasing decision? And we collect this data just after the MCO between July and October 2020 using online survey questionnaire. That is the Google form. We are using convenient sampling method. We distribute the survey questionnaire through online social platforms such as WhatsApp and other social platform. to collect data, and the data was analyzed with a descriptive statistic using SPSS. So the findings here we found that the respondents are mainly female who are between 21 to 30 years old, and they are mostly Malay or native, and they hold bachelor degree. One thing this is related. The profile is related to the way of study, because we are using online platform to distribute the questionnaire. So we expected the younger generation who are more familiar with online platform, who are better with online question and answering, are willing to answer. That is why we can observe that there are more young adults who are between 21 to 30 years old to answer my questionnaire. So we collected 110 usable samples in this within the few months. So the first finding is we found that the frequency of purchasing online, okay, and we compare it before MCO, during MCO, and after the MCO, that is the during conditional MCO period. And we noticed that people who never purchased using online platform were quite high before the MCO, but after the MCO, this group of people reduced. And people who start to purchase online, who say that they sometimes purchase online increase as particularly during the MCO period. And even though after the MCO, people are allowed to go out to purchase goods, they also have increased, okay, increased as compared to before the MCO. And people who say that they always buy even after the MCO also increase a lot. You can see that. Although people who say they purchase very often, still very low, but it's higher than before. So we can see that the pandemic really affect the way of people, the acceptance of online purchase, especially after the MCO, people are allowed to go out, and there are still many willing to buy online. And next, we are looking at the willingness to purchase even after the CMCO lifted. So if the risk of pandemic is very low, are people still willing to buy online? Yes, many say yes, very likely. And they are up to 52% say yes, they will still continue to buy online, even though less frequently. Although there are small percentage say that they will not continue to buy online after the risks have gone. So when we ask them what are the products they always buy online, we can see that the most commonly bought online products are cooked food that is ready for consumption, that is up to 68%, followed by the products such as telecommunication products such as a handphone reload, and this is one of the products that people needed to be continued to chat, to social online using social method. And we also noticed that many people buy pharmaceutical products such as face masks and other related product using the online platform. Okay, next, we also ask them what are the popular platform we see they will buy, and we notice that the popular platform that they choose is dependent on the type of products that they purchase. If they are to purchase food and beverage, most of them they will choose Food Panda, 65%, followed by GrabFood, about 59%. While for essential goods for household, pharmaceutical products, or telecommunication products, then they will choose other platforms. For example, Shopee. Shopee is very popular. Okay, followed by Lazada and the seller website. Sellers such as Gigi, such as Watson, they have their own website who can sell the products directly to the consumers. So consumer might choose to buy directly from the provider website or the seller website. While at the same time, we ask them what are the popular platforms they refer to if they want to socialize online. We notice that WhatsApp is the most popular platform, which they can also order the products or they also can purchase the product using the messenger in the WhatsApp as well as in the Facebook. So these tools are the most important social communication platform that they use to ask for questions, to communicate with seller, and to even to make purchase from the website. And next, we also ask them about what are the payment method they prefer. We noticed that most of the consumers still prefer the more traditional method, that is the credit card or debit card method. Up to 70.5% of the respondents say that they still prefer to use credit card, but at the same time, many of them started to use e-wallet such as Boots, GrabPay, and other type of e-wallet in to do payment for the products that they use. Although they are almost half of the respondents still prefer or still use cash on delivery. Okay, if for certain to buy certain products. And how about the sources of information? When we ask them about the sources of information, they say that social media is still the most important sources of information. They try to get for the products or the things that they would like to buy, followed by friends, family members, and informations from online platform or websites, or information from the seller themselves. So these are the sources of information. And based on the facts and figures we found, we have find that consumer who was not or seldom conduct online purchase now have turned to online purchase. Okay, who never do that now turn to online purchase, even though the risk of getting infected has reduced or disappeared. And why they do this is because now after the experience of online purchase have dispelled the various concerns. Okay, the various concerns of online purchase, and besides that, some of them they have paid the upfront cost of online consumption. They have paid the cost to learn how to do online purchase. They have even maybe buy some tools such as tablet or handphone that will allow them to do online consumption. So they have paid the upfront cost of online consumption. Now they will continue to do online consumption. And next, we found that among the products that is most popular to purchase online is cooked food. Okay, and this is quite in line with the eating out lifestyle in Malaysia, that we like to go out for food due to the very busy living style in Malaysia, especially in the city. Next, the online platform use also reflect what type of products they like to buy online, and the non-cash payment method as a precaution in response to reports of various transmission via bank notes is also noticed. And we observe that many of them still prefer to use the non-cash method to do consumption online, even though after the pandemic or the risk of getting infected reduced. So in conclusion, this particular paper provide us with valuable information to understand consumption pattern during the COVID-19 pandemic in Malaysia, especially during the lockdown period that is between March and May to 2020 in Malaysia. And this information also provide important grounding to investigate further what are the factors that related to change in the consumption pattern. So that's all for my presentation. Thank you for listening. Thank you very much.